This is a story of boy meets girl, but you should know up front, this is not a love story.
One of Hasan Piker's underlings that goes by the name of Casey Tron decided to allegedly go get McDonald's and drive there while under the influence. That's what they're saying in these streets. Let's take a look at a few clips with her talking about it in the clip that's in question overall. Seems like a lot of nasty work.
Honey, if McDonald's is the ultimate destination for your late night rendezvous, then you need to step up your game. Those fries ain't gonna dip themselves. But I'll say this, if you're going unprotected, at least get a Big Mac to go with that questionable decision.
You guys are tripping. Like, if that were the case, then restaurants wouldn't be allowed to serve alcohol at all. No, sobriety test me, bitch. Sobriety test me, breathalyze me, bitch. I need to get one of those. I need to get one of those blow things. You know, like the ones that you can get on your keychain. I would blow, and I would blow under the limit. Like, you guys are tripping.
You would blow, huh? Might as well just start off with a nasty song out the gate. Might as well. It's about to get crazy.
Crazy!
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
You know how Casey Tron could have just avoided all of this? Just order the damn food. You make enough money, right? You one of the biggest streamers. Not as big as Hasan, but big enough to where people know your name. You got an audience. You was over there to do bullcrap GoFundMes and whatnot. You can order a damn cheeseburger. How about you walk? Yeah, go old school with it. Walk over there. Probably never gonna do that. You think you're the only person that get munchies late night? Listen. Beast Boy about that green, all right? Like late night, I might get up, go get a cheeseburger or a beef patty or Spanish food because for some weird reasons, there's a few restaurants that's open 24/7 where the food is delicious. I digress. Either way, I'm not driving there. Also, I'm not drunk. But once again, this is all alleged. Just want to make sure that that's clear.
I'm trying to get to McDonald's, okay? I don't really give a fuck. Like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm trying to get to McDonald's. Okay? Shut up.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only Aldi.
High/drunk slop. I'm literally not drunk. You are tripping.
Hamburglar donated.
You don't give a damn? Okay. Well, let's see how long that lasts when you are banned and can't make any income and you gotta cry to your daddy, Hasan Piker. You gotta be like, Daddy, please, I did your bidding. Please, just give me some coins. Just if you could, just ever so lightly make it drizzle some coin on us peasants. And he's gonna be like, unhand me, you brute. Do you not know who I am? I am Hasan Piker, the end-all be-all. You should be praying to me. Something along those lines I would imagine that he would say to her. I don't know. No idea for real. Something along those lines. To where she realizes instead of going out to go get McDonald's late night, you might have to be working that drive-through late night. Put the fries in the bag. I don't think she's going to be able to survive that, bro. Just a normal 9-to-5 job. I don't think she could pull that off. That's hard as hell. Shout outs to all my 9-to-5 workers. I see y'all. I don't look down on none of y'all. I think y'all out here killing it. Right? Without y'all, it'd be very hard for the rest of the people, especially within America. Y'all are the backbone. After this started making rounds, the clip of Casey Tron wilding out, Asmongold spoke on it.
And Casey Tron has been banned. I know she's been banned. Nobody knows why she got banned. It literally just came out.
At least get a Big Mac to go with that questionable decision.
This is where you're at now. You're 15 years into the streaming game, 14 years past your prime, but you're still live. You're driving to McDonald's drunk on stream, reading chat, listening to an AI voice tell you that you're fat, and you're DUI. Because they sold you alcohol, it's okay for you to drink and oh my God. She's reading chat the whole time. She's not even trying. This is worse than extra Italy. Like, how is this not a permanent ban? If they unban this girl for drunk driving, you have hoes drunk driving, essaying, reading chat while they're driving, doxing people. Like, dude, Twitch, like, what the fuck happened, man?
Can't front. Twitch looks horrible right now, especially if you're letting people get away with this kind of stuff and only giving them punishment whenever there's like a major backlash and people keep speaking about it and you feel like you're forced to have to do something. What is Dan Clancy doing in there besides celebrating all of Hassan's non-accomplishments? Dude, he got the Helga G. Pataki poster. Anyway, seems like there's a lot of things that needs to get brought up or that needs attention. And I'm not talking about the ethos. I'm not saying that they get enough attention. Pokemon almost crawled out from behind a bush. She was like, "Did you say attention?" No, Pokemon, go back.
You ain't funny.
Go back. You too, Nina Lynn. All of y'all. And Marif, where the hell did you come from? It's crazy. Zoe Burger, nah, that's just nasty. Go back wherever you was at too. How did you just pop up out of nowhere?
You know, like that's what really like.
This is the same girl that said I killed my mother. The amount of sympathy that I have for this, 0. You get what you fucking deserve. Wait a minute. So she had 3,000 subs back then, and now she's down to 200. You lost 90% of your subscription base. No, look at this, bro. Like, Casey, I think it's time for you to go back to McDonald's. Well, okay, all right. Let me clarify because I think she might have gotten the wrong message with me saying that. To apply for a job.
Said it's just been such a fucking struggle. I'm just so fucking tired. It's like you don't get a lot of support.
I'm not tired. I just woke up.
You know, Asmongold's community.
You shouldn't have talked shit about me. This disgusting person should be permanently banned off of the platform. You are drinking and driving. You're reading chat, and you're also doing it all on stream. You are a worthless garbage.
Have a lack of respect for Asmongold after letting his mom with COPD live in those sort of conditions. I'm sorry. Like, you're a millionaire. You have all of the resources in the world. Why is your sick mother living like that? Like, I'll say it. I don't care. If that makes me a bad person,
Okay.
Still miles above of Asmongold.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I do genuinely believe that bad things do happen to bad people. And so whenever I see somebody saying this, I think it's just a matter of time. And whenever it inevitably happens, I will be there to laugh. And I think that many people will.
Asmon did predict this, but to be fair, it's not hard to predict the movements of an idiot. I'm just saying, maybe I shouldn't have even been able to say that. That's crazy. Crazy! I don't care. Fam, a lot of these people on social media are full-blown idiots. Of course, Asmon's able to predict what the hell is going on. It's not even like some psychic kind of thing. It's basic knowledge. But shout outs to Asmongold though.
Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Hassan Piker's other flunky that goes by the name of Denims is over there doing videos celebrating about what happened between her and Ethan Klein. It's nasty as well, but I'm not surprised. If you hang around with Hassan, you're probably just as horrible as he is.
Oh, hey there. It's your old friend, Denims. I have a lot to catch you up on, but before that, a quick message for Ethan.
Look at me. This is me. I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not done. I'll never be done. Fat L's, cringe, you lose, I win.
Before we start, let me bring in our honored guest. You might have previously known him as the Fair Use King. And let me just There we go. Much better. At least he's still the king of something. Now, I'd like to announce as of July 1st, 2026, after almost exactly a year, I have won my lawsuit against Ethan Klein and saved React content on the internet for everyone.
If you were any more full of yourself, you could probably sumo wrestle. Denims, you didn't save no reaction content. What? And did you call yourself the king? Word, son? Like you Margot from the Magicians? There's only going to be a few people that understood that reference. But I don't care. Yeah, no, Denims, you're not that special. You're not that important at all. In fact, I don't even think the whole court case between you and Ethan Klein are fully done. I don't think it's complete. In fact, I'm not even sure the case between you and Ethan Klein is fully complete. But I'm no expert. I ain't a lawyer or nothing. It just seems like you're doing this real early celebration. And even if you did win the case fully, still seems pretty, how do you say, scummy of you to be doing a full-on celebration to this extent. You literally put a crown on your head. This is Prince Jaffe from Game of Thrones all over again.
I think now is a good time to finally dispel this talking point. I did not say or do anything to try and deprive Ethan of revenue. There are lots of different versions of this claim, like that I told people to not watch his stream or to watch my stream instead of his, or that I advertised my stream as like a place to watch the nuke, or that I told anyone else to do any of those things. But none of that happened. And yet a bunch of people became convinced that I would lose my lawsuit because of this. Like a lot.
She's cooked. I mean, I now move my percentage for Denims losing above 90%. Denims is cooked. Like, this is not going to be good.
I saw that some people are getting sued for reactions. It's people that like maliciously react. Like they react to people they hate, and they're like, "Watch me so that they don't get any views." Like, yeah, you can't do that.
Denims does deserve it, so maybe it is worth watching. About that lawsuit, honestly, I feel like they're already fucked, right? And I feel like they're basically cooked no matter what. Denims raised $15K for Ethan. That's nice of her.
You would think she won a Grammy Award or something. She doing a whole thank you speech. Didn't thank God. Well, she thanked Hassan, who she pretty much prays to. Like he's Jesus. He's not. I don't care what his followers believe. He is not. He is a normal person. Well, see, even that's a stretch. That might be somewhat of a reach as well. But nah, I don't think Denims is right at all. I think this is corny. It looks trash. You're gloating like crazy. I don't know if you think there's about to be a bunch of people celebrating with you, which there might be. All the nincompoops, the Hassan followers that just do whatever he says. You go out there and just do his bidding. They're going to celebrate. Oh, yeah, they're going to be happy as hell. They're going to think that they could do even worse now. This is going to encourage them to now go after Ethan Klein even more.
So what exactly did I say that proves this malicious intent and involvement in this conspiracy? Well, here are the clips from his video. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here. Compelling, right? Here's the thing. I don't care how many views Ethan's video gets. It's just not something that's ever crossed my mind. So in that first clip, when I read that chat message, I answer their question and move on. I hope you guys don't mind me not lambasting that chatter. The second clip is so plainly out of context that I don't really know what to think of it, especially considering that they also tried to use it in the filing. Let me play the full thing for you. Yeah, this is another thing. Don't go bother Hassan while he's in fucking Japan having a good time. Don't bother him about this stupid garbage. Like, I think it's bad enough to like lose a friend, especially someone where someone you really tried to like make a better person. The last thing I would want while I'm vacationing in Japan is to be fucking linked 100 times some video from a deranged ex of mine, right? If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. I don't think that needs any further explanation. The last clip is me shilling at the end of my stream. So, you know, after I had just spent the past 4 hours tearing this video apart, what can I say? I thought the video was bad. Whether or not people watch his video is just not something I had thought about at all. If you want to argue about it, the viewership of my stream is totally insignificant compared to his.
The whole playing innocent as if you wanted no ill will towards Ethan Klein and his channel and you wasn't doing this to spite him sounds crazy. Crazy! You're lying. Blatant lying. Come on, bro. It's clear as day. But then you're going to sit there holding your cat, being all smug, sitting over there thinking that you Sabrina the Teenage Witch. You could never be Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Hell's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And that's not Salem sitting in your lap. Salem was an OG. He was a real one out here in these streets. And that's Bronx certified. Ask anyone in the Bronx about Salem the cat. My bad. My bad. Asmon Gold responded.
You know what's going to be really funny is that if Ethan takes it to appeals court and he actually wins. Because, like, I do think that, I mean, like, I don't see how you can look at evidence like.
If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video.
How is this not doing it on purpose? Like, he should win this. Like, you very clearly and very intentionally tried to do that. Yeah, really. I mean, like, that's insane. Like, how is that not considered at all? And I hope he does appeal, make her spend more money. Yeah, I mean, she literally confessed to it directly. Like, I don't know how that's not the case. Boomer Judge. Yeah, I mean, I hope that they have another case and they're able to work this out. Because again, I think that fundamentally saying like this is what it comes down to, right? I think that what she said in this clip constitutes her consciously and intentionally uploading the content and then watching it for the intentional and direct purpose of depriving the original creator of revenue, income, and popularity. I think that she did that on purpose. And she's stating it, in my opinion, right here. And I think this should forego any defense against fair use or anything else like that, right? Appeal judge might argue she doesn't have the numbers to damage Ethan by diverging views from the original video. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're still doing it. You're still committing the crime, right? And encouraging the audiences and other creators to do it too. I don't think that's really the issue. It's mainly her doing it. Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion she should lose. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't see how. I'm actually shocked that I think it's a bad precedent that a person like her is able to say that kind of stuff and then upload the content and then do that. I mean, I just think it's extremely bad faith behavior. And she would never do that, by the way. She would never do that with like a movie or anything. This is something that you would only do with a YouTube video, because everybody knows that if you go to a court big enough and you have lawyers that are good enough, that this would immediately be proven wrong. Intending to do a crime and being successful while in the process of carrying it out doesn't make you innocent. Yeah, definitely, man. But anyway, we'll see what happens. And I'm sure she's on cloud 9 now. And to be fair, she did win. She did win. But I think the judge is totally wrong. And again, it starts out with her literally lying. And this is what these people do about everything. They lie, they misrepresent things, and they just say things that aren't true. It's that simple. And so you can never listen to or take any of these people seriously, because this is always what they do.
Man, Denims is straight lying, bro. 100%. anyone acting like this is a true victory and then pretty much lying with her, you should be ashamed of yourself. Real ones like Asmongold or even me, we see what's really going on and we won't be fooled. I don't care about how many subscribers Hassan Piker has, whatever his influence is. He's not fooling me. He even responded, and it sounds insane.
That no one else will say. I'll say the truth that no one else will say. The judge was a snarker. The judge was anti-Semitic. The judge was in Discord chats. The judge was a denim simp. The judge didn't know the law. The judge loves violating copyright himself. And perhaps most importantly, I paid the judge. Bruh. And the judge did see, or worst of all, the judge was Hamas.
Is that supposed to be like sarcasm? Supposed to be him throwing a bunch of excuses out there to try to disarm what he classifies as haters? Yo, come on, bro. Come on. When do you quit? No, I mean that for real. Like, when you ever gonna just stop making content? I mean, a whole lot of people would be missing out on the content that you would give them, but yikes. They wouldn't have to deal with all the bull crap anymore, at least bare minimum.
Ethan Klein thinks that there is like a coordinated effort to besmirch his reputation. And that's because he's a fucking narcissist. Okay? He does not understand that his own fan base turned on him because of his own output. This was something that I tried to gently communicate to him back when we had a podcast together. To what I had to say to him as a friend and a co-host at the time, he chose to unleash war upon me and virtually anyone else that had ever appeared on my stream or had shown support to my worldview. It was mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling? Spell it right now. Right now. Don't look it up. I seen you look at your phone through the computer. Spell it right now. That's what I thought. The hell is Hassan talking about? He just be saying stuff, bro. I've noticed that about Hassan. He'll just say whatever. And then because he has this following, they'll believe the mumbo jumbo and just eat it up. Manja manja. Speaking of Frogan, I'm joking. We not today. We ain't talking about Frogan. Not in this moment. You know when I mention the hamburgers.
Oh my goodness.
The amazing Dusty, aka the non-amazing Lucas, aka the amazing Bottom, or the lackluster Bottom is what they saying in the streets. I don't know. I never tried, never won. Anyway, I digress. Apparently, he's upset with white people. Again, yeah, you guessed it. It's kind of his thing. Something happened to someone who was Spanish. It was done by a black person. And he was like, you know who's to blame? White people. That's crazy. Let's check this out, bro. He is a wild person.
So this story actually happened in my hometown, LA, and oddly enough, downtown LA, because I actually lived in this particular area. I would go to the Gold's Gym there. There's also an Equinox, a little few blocks down from the Gold's Gym, and I would alternate. But besides the point, what happened in this story is that this street vendor was brutally attacked. That's how it's being portrayed, in the news. Street vendor brutally attacked, out of the blue. She's just trying to make a living. And that right there, that kind of, struck my spider sense, because street vendors aren't attacked like that in LA. In LA, it's just a common occurrence, especially in downtown LA, of all places. You're not going to get a lot of people just attacking street vendors. But then the story gets a little weirder, because how it's been relayed is that the son of the street vendor that was attacked, he's saying that this black woman approached his mom trying to extort money out of her and saying that, hey, she needed a permit. And then after that, she just started attacking her, right? Calling her, saying, go back to Mexico and stuff like that.
This woman assaulted my mom, Arabelia, the street vendor shown in the video. She came up to my mom trying to intimidate her and extort her for money, telling my mom she needed a permit to sell in the street, which is not true. After my mom refused, she told my mom, go back to Mexico, and made some racist comments towards her, which I won't repeat here. She then grabbed a bottle of spicy sauce and poured it all over her hot dogs.
Now,
I don't know how Lucas is arguing with that. That sounds crazy. Crazy! I don't know how you sitting here making it seem as if the person who happens to be black, that there's video footage of them doing all these crazy things, how you're saying that they're not responsible or that something doesn't sound right. Do you think that they're over exaggerating what we're seeing on footage, Lucas? Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You don't like a certain type of person so much. Let's just say he's racist, that you're willing to ignore clear evidence in front of your eyes and you just spin it however you see fit. Yeah, that's crazy. Throw the nasty song on.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
I know exactly where this is going, but let's see what he's going to do anyway.
I'm not going to say it's not possible, right? I'm not going to say it's not possible, but I am going to say that is, extremely, extremely unlikely. Okay. I'd say less than 1% chance of that being the case of why this altercation took place. Because listen, first off, when it comes to black people aren't going up to Mexican vendors talking about, you need a street permit. Okay. What are you doing in my neighborhood? Okay. What do you have a street permit for that? That's not what's going on. Okay. That's not what's happening. And I would say anywhere in LA, black people aren't, going up to street vendors, checking them. Why? Because we service the street vendors, right? We get a hot dog, we get a taco. We there, especially when it comes, to the weekends and everything, they got the street dogs. So we're not trying to upset their business because we actually go to their business, right? So I don't get this whole concept of, oh yeah, where's your permit? That sounds like some, non-melanated behavior, we'll say. That's what that sounds like.
Lucas is one of these nasty weirdos that believe that you could generalize an entire race of people based on a few people that you might know and their actions. Someone that don't sound like us. We didn't do, all black people as a whole. Like that's in all their characters. Now, crazy that sounds. Unless you're just clearly over-exaggerating for the sake of comedy, which I doubt it because you ain't that damn funny.
You ain't funny.
You're not funny at all, if I'm just being completely honest. Well, the way you come out with that dusty-ass hat and then wearing two shirts on one all stretched out with dust all over it, and then you get up from it after just doing some blue magic. After you was on that booger sugar, you talking about something. Oh my goodness. I think that's hilarious. You a character based off of that. Like, whoa. That's a strange individual. But I don't think you funny.
And lame as hell.
We'll say that's what that sounds like. But that's what he says. And then to go back to Mexico, that's also just, spider sense, off, ringing. It just doesn't align with the typical black American out here in LA. It just doesn't align. It doesn't fit the MO of that. So when I heard that, I was like, something, there has to be something here. Because usually when there's any type of, altercation, dispute like that, it's usually over little stuff, right? You ask for a little more hot sauce and they tell you, it's going to be extra. It's like, bro, just give me a little more hot sauce, man. You didn't put anything on here. No, it's going to be extra. It's going to be extra. It's like, bro, give me a freaking bottle, right? Or something like that. Or, polo, they say polo, you ask for, a casada or whatever, chicken versus, I forgot, was it steak? Chicken versus steak, whatever, and they get the order right, like, no, I don't want this. Or something like, right? There's usually like a language barrier in like communication for your order or something like that. That's usually where the most, disputes come from. But from like, hey, do you have a permit? Huh? You got a permit? Yeah? No? You need to go back to Mexico, okay? Not likely. I lived in LA my whole life, bro. I know LA very much. All right. No downtown LA. Not likely for this to happen. But let's say the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Then we get into the whole altercation. The black woman seems to be pouring hot sauce on the hot dogs. And then the Latino woman, she like douses her with some type of powder. And that's it, right? You've asked for a can of whoop ass. That's what you ordered, okay? You Uber Eats a can of whoop ass. Damn. That being said, that you had this Uber Eats dude who was like, hey, maybe she was, had mental health issues because she seemed hot and cold, right? One time she was remorseful and the other time she would flip.
Gutierrez says the woman appeared to have mental health issues or be under the influence given her bizarre behavior.
She seems to be going between like different moods almost is what I saw, where she seemed apologetic at times and then would go back into that rage.
I'm like, okay, that's more consistent with downtown LA. You got a lot of mental health people down there, but they're usually very docile.
So you admit that crazy people be running around just doing stuff in LA. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know how he could spin this to say, oh, this must have been a white person. And it's on footage. It's blatantly, we can see it. He don't know that. He's showing it himself, but still it's like, yeah, that don't sound like a black person. Why are we even making it about race? This is a crazy person who needs to be in jail. That was just going insane. But if you want to just call a spade, that person wasn't white. I don't know how you keep trying to spin that to be the case, but this is Amazing Lucas that we're talking about. Or the Amazing Dusty Hat. Blue Magic Lucas. Booger Sugar Lucas. Crybaby Lucas. I'm obsessed with Candace Owens Lucas. Also obsessed with Black Conservative Perspective Lucas. You gotta add the Lucas at the end. Because he always finishes last. That sounded wild. This crazy scenario went down where this woman was in his car. Cops stopped to check on her, and she doesn't want to make things easy for them. Her boyfriend's on the phone telling her a whole bunch of stuff that she should not be doing, and it goes real bad. Let's check it out, see what happened.
That looked like Rocco in the road, and I didn't want to run him over, so I swerved to the right, and it was a car in that lane.
Huh?
Ma'am, I didn't want to hit the dog.
Hi. Hello. How are you? Do you have a driver's license and insurance on you?
Yeah.
Okay. You mind just rolling your window down for me for my partner over there? The reason why I stopped is you only have one tail light.
Oh, no.
Okay. Is this your car?
No.
Okay.
My parking lot.
Yeah. Can you mind just rolling? Do you mind just rolling your back window down for me, please? Thank you.
It
Because we
smells
can't
so.
see it all in the car. Appreciate it.
My parking lot.
Oh yeah, she's bugging out.
Thank you. Gino. Whose car is it?
I could already tell this is about to go real bad. The sniffles, right? The police can definitely smell some substances in that car. And the way that this woman is not paying any attention to the officers is definitely not going to go well, right? She's so focused on what her boyfriend has to say. She's screaming into the phone. Call him back. Or if you feel safe while he's on the line, leave him on the line, but make sure you're focusing on what the police are trying to tell you. Communicate. Stay aware. Why would you not want to be aware during a situation like this? I don't know. Some people, man, they crazy.
My boyfriend's car.
Okay. When was the last time you smoked marijuana in the car?
Gotta think about it.
Okay. Do you have a medical marijuana card?
No, he does.
Okay.
I don't smoke.
Okay. Is there any marijuana in the car right now? Because I can smell it. Okay. All right, just hang tight here with my partner, all right?
What is that right there? Roaches? But that's what we smell properly.
Do you mind just handing me that roach, please?
About
Appreciate
to hand
it,
it
thank
to
you.
them? You literally handed them the roach. After you lied and said there was nothing in the car, there was no substances in the car at all, they seen it and was like, yeah, pass it to me. And you, like a fool, like a straight fool, grab the roach and hand it to the cops. You can't deny nothing. You going down guilty. Super guilty. It don't matter who you say was smoking. You're mad guilty right now. Gave them the evidence too. Like, oh yeah. Yeah. You're going down. It's over for you.
I'll be right back.
Oh, those are the tail lights? Can I have your phone? It's okay for me to have it. All right, 2006 Dodge Ram. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I can park right here.
You can probably, when we are done, you can probably just back up. It's better.
She's probably not gonna be able to park.
All right, can you do me a favor? Can you just shut off your car for me? I'm just going to have you step out real quick, okay?
It's over.
Anything else in the car that you want to tell me about?
No.
Okay.
But why am I stepping out?
So we're going to search the vehicle now based on the odor that I'm getting and the fact that you had a bird blunt right there.
You can't search
Okay.
my vehicle.
I absolutely can,
Yes,
and
you
I'm going
can.
to. So I'm going to have you exit the car.
You can't search the vehicle.
I'm going to have you exit the
hang
car.
up the phone because he's giving you instructions.
But we're not
He's-
like,
He's not giving me
we're past that.
instructions. I
Okay.
know that
I'm going to have
You're
you
in trouble. We have the
just
law.
open the door.
You can't unlock my
Yes,
vehicle.
yes, I can.
That boyfriend making this way worse. Especially if he's just over there blurting out things for you to do. You not focusing on the cops. They're right. They have probable cause now. If that's how you say that, I'm over here mumbling my words. But yeah, fam, they have cause to search your car now because you literally handed it to them. This isn't rocket science. Well, for you, it might be. Might feel like we doing rocket science in this moment. Even though I promise we not. It might feel like it for you. I get it. I understand. Get your ass out that car.
We're past that. Okay.
I know that
I'm going to have
You're
you
in trouble. We have the
just
law.
open the door.
You can't unlock my vehicle.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot.
Don't do that.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You cannot. Why are y'all putting me
You're
out the
racist.
car?
Get out of the car.
Why are y'all
Get out of the
putting me
car.
out the
Resisting.
car, bro?
Get out of the
Why
car.
are y'all putting y'all
Get out of the
hands on
car.
me? Okay.
Get out of the car.
But y'all not giving me a
No.
chance to get out the car.
Get out of the
Bro,
car. Get out of the
Why
car.
are y'all
Yeah,
putting
they
me
did.
down?
Stop
What the
resisting.
I'm not. Y'all are pulling me out the
Put your hand behind your
car.
back. Put the hand
What
behind your
the
back.
fuck? I'm
Put your
not
hand behind your back.
resisting.
Yes.
I am
Yeah,
not
you was.
resisting. Y'all pull me
Stop
out of my
resisting.
vehicle.
You're resisting
I am
right now.
not resisting.
Yes,
you
we
have to
asked
do
you
is
to
exit
step
the car.
out. And you
What
said that you
do you
wouldn't.
mean all I had to do is get out of
Put
the
your
car?
phone
You
down.
pulled the door open, ma'am. What do you mean?
1 block 3. 1 block 2.
Now
Can I
here
have
go
my
the
phone?
victimhood.
Can I have my phone, please?
You cannot have your phone right now.
This is harassment, ma'am.
This is not harassment.
Yes, this is harassment, ma'am. No,
Several
I did not
times.
say no. I said you had no right.
We
to
were
search
here.
the
We got
vehicle.
cameras. We have everything.
It's crazy how after they ask you like 1,000 times, hey, get out the car, turn off the car, now then get out. So much so they have to actually eventually open the door, and then you say, y'all didn't give me a chance. Word. They gave you a plethora of chances. They gave you all the chances. You had chances galore. Like you was just out here being Chances McGee. That's what that looked like to me. You was just big chance.
Cameras. We have everything.
You said you had. I said you had no right to search the vehicle.
Yeah, we have the right.
No, you do
I
not.
told you that.
do
Okay.
not have a probable
You can
cause.
take it to court.
Get in the
I
car.
am a female,
Ma'am,
though.
get in the car. You're not listening again.
Get
You're not
in
listening
the
again.
car.
Female.
Why are y'all in my truck? Explain to me. Why is my fiance outside of my truck? Explain to me, please.
You want to wait a little bit and then we'll talk to you?
Why is she on arrest? She
Okay,
did not
hey,
resist. Y'all had no right to go in my truck.
Just wait a
He
minute.
wasn't even there.
Y'all need to
Talk to you
explain this to me.
Okay.
Why is she under arrest?
First of all,
Y'all
we
should
don't
have
have to
detained
even
her. I know my rights.
Okay. We don't need to explain anything to you. First of all, we don't have to. We don't have to tell you anything.
I heard everything. Why y'all didn't issue a ticket? She lived right here. She's on my insurance.
Just
The
give
bug
us
is
a
in
minute.
there.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a minute, but I want proper answers.
Okay.
please.
Yeah. We'll
And
we can do that.
what's your badge number and your name?
1835, and it's Carter. But 1980 Dell. If you just give us a minute,
I'm gonna talk to you.
we'll talk to you. Okay.
I'll
Thank
wait
you.
patiently.
I appreciate
and I
it.
want you to legally justify and explain everything because I heard everything and I haven't recorded it on the phone.
That's fine. Yeah.
And
We're also recording
y'all
everything.
Y'all body cameras.
Yeah, we're recording everything. We're also. You might want to get your transmission checked out after this.
I know about law. This doesn't know Pennsylvania condemns.
I don't think he does.
That says that we can order anyone out of a vehicle for all safety purposes.
Makes
And they
sense.
don't have the right to refuse.
And I'm gonna put the lawyer on the situation. I'm not playing. I work. I'm gonna drop the money. I'm not playing. Y'all got the wrong one. Y'all should
No,
have
you're
detained
not.
her, which y'all should have did instead of pulling her out. Y'all talk to her. Y'all don't unlock no fucking trunk and pull her out. Come on, y'all just violated her rights. Stop playing, bro. No, all of them. What's your badge number? What's your badge number?
1650.
They tried. Like, they literally tried to detain her. She could have possibly just got a ticket after they searched, figured out it wasn't nothing crazy, and then you could have moved on and went about your day. But she resisted. She refused. She said she didn't have to. Thus forth, they dragged that ass about that car because she was giving bad advice. I'd have been like, listen, don't argue. Be peaceful and respectful. I'm on my way. If you could possibly keep this recorded, that would be great. But I'm on my way. Don't fight. Don't do nothing. He over there, no, you don't have to do anything. Oh, no. No. Yeah, it's almost your fault, actually, if you really think about it, giving all that bad advice.
1650. Hughes. Okay. She was stopped for traffic violation. She had weed in the car. That gives us the right to search the car. Also, Supreme Court case Pennsylvania v. Mims gives us the right to remove anyone from a vehicle for officer safety purposes. You cannot refuse. If you refuse, it's obstruction. Okay. So Supreme Court case says we're allowed to do that. And there was weed in the car. That's why the car is being searched.
Did you explain that to her? Because I heard her asking you and you didn't explain that to her. I
wasn't here for the traffic stop. I'm just explaining to you what I was told when I got here by the officers.
On the body camera, show they proceeded to unlock the truck instead of explaining to her. Someone who unknowingly don't know the law.
What I was told was that she was on the phone with you, right? And they asked her to step out because there was marijuana in the car, and you told her on the phone no.
No, they ain't say nothing about marijuana. They
ain't say nothing about it.
Well, then how did they not? Because she handed them the roach.
Why did they forcibly take her out of the car?
Because she refused to get out on her own.
Because she refused.
Yep, that's obstruction.
So they opened the car.
Yes.
And they took her out.
Yes.
Because she refused.
Yes.
Everything
Supreme. Yes.
will play back on the
case
body
law says we're allowed to do that. Pennsylvania v. Mims.
Case law says y'all allowed to
Yes,
do
sir.
That. And body camera will show everything.
Yes, it will.
That's a lawsuit. Y'all do know that, right?
That's fine, buddy. Do what you need to do, but yes.
So when I tried to open your door, you almost shut the door on my hand several times.
Yep.
To where my partner felt it unsafe for you to no longer sit in that truck.
Yeah, we definitely seen her doing that, trying to slam the door on the officer hand, damn near. Yeah, they have every right to feel unsafe and now open that car and get you up out of there. They was gonna do the search anyway. Right now, I watch a lot of body cam footage videos. There'd be like a lot of crooked cops. I'll be seeing them out here in these streets. These cops are playing it by the book, and you gave them probable cause. Why argue with them? Why go back and forth? Why fight? Why resist? You're only going to make it worse for yourself. This is something that could have just been a ticket. You never know. But you made it way worse. And your boyfriend gave you horrible advice. He's definitely not going to go pay for a lawyer. Definitely not. He's one of those I want to be know-it-all lawyers, and he's not. He's not a lawyer. He don't know no lawyers. He can't afford one.
To where my partner felt it unsafe for you to no longer sit in that truck because we don't know what you were up to. I absolutely had a right to search your vehicle, and I explained to you why. And you still acted that way. I don't know why you just didn't exit the vehicle. We would have been done by now.
Did you give me the opportunity?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
They did.
That's not true. I gave you every opportunity to get out of that car. Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. All right? Just hang tight for a minute.
The suspect was charged with obstructing an officer without violence. She was found indigent and assigned a public defender, so the boyfriend must have not lawyered up after all. On June 5th, 2025, the defendant entered a guilty plea and was ordered into an offender work program as part of the resolution. Shockingly, she was arrested again just 6 months later for aggravated domestic battery with a deadly weapon. Based on the investigation report, the victim, her boyfriend, had just returned home from work when he saw the suspect standing inside holding 2 knives. He told her, "I just want my clothes and I'll leave." Despite his attempt to de-escalate the situation, the suspect began to approach him while still holding the knives multiple times as he attempted to gather his belongings. As of today's date, this is an active felony case.
Crazy. They was over there jeopardizing their futures and them being free. And then they ended up going through some nasty charges for trying to do something to each other eventually down the line. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes all the sense in the world. Tell me what you guys think. I personally think that was just insane. And they deserve to be in jail. Don't be arguing and trying to go back and forth with the cops, man. If they're wrong, you could definitely get yours, and be able to shine a light after the fact. But it's probably a good idea not to be aggressively combative with officers on scene.